Welcome everyone to the 2022 Champions Cup presented by Bushnell. We are here at our first major of the year at W.R. Jackson in Appling, Georgia. I'm joined here today
by Leah Sinagini.
And this is Jennifer Allen. Welcome, and let's look at round 2 for the FPO chase card. Starting off on the card, we have Sarah Hokom. She is a MVP player out of Idaho.
Next, we have Alexis Mandujano, sponsored by Discraft. She's out of Universal City, Texas.
Also coming out of Texas is Maria Oliva. She is a Team Innova women's player.
And rounding our card, we have Chloe Alice out of Pensacola, Florida. She's on Team Discraft Underground. Here we have the daunting hole 1. It played as the first most difficult hole. The first shot is going to be a backhand that you don't want to finish too far left. And then it's going to be another uphill shot through this main gap right here that the drone is flying through. And if you got about 350 shots, you can get to the pin. Unfortunately, no one...
Time for the 9:36 tee time to start the second round of the championship. Out of Caldwell, Idaho, Sarah Hokom.
Sarah is going to be taking the righty forehand route. It fades into a good spot on the fairway. If you can finish right enough, it opens up that second shot.
Nice little kick back to the open, and that's really all the main goal is just get to where you can throw something up further up the fairway on that second shot. Alexis is trying to get over there to that right side opening, which gives her a straight shot up the fairway to the basket.
Out of Rolette, Texas, Maria Oliva.
Maria is also opting for the flex line, and she pushes it a little bit to the right side of the fairway. She'll be off the fairway trying to get through onto her second shot.
She's going to look for a good skip past this first section.
That got some good distance on it.
There's no one better at shot shaping, I think, than Sarah. She, with that forehand, can get typically the S curve around all these trees to keep herself out of trouble. That one, unfortunately, snuck in just a little bit. Alexis is in prime position, but unfortunately, it also sneaks over there on that right side. First hole jitters sometimes are a true thing.
Yes, this is no easy hole, especially coming in as the hardest one for round 2.
So Maria's moving some debris, which you can do in your stance. As long as that branch is behind her disc, she is free to move it.
And she throws a good scramble shot. It stays in the fairway, so she'll have a cleaner look for her third shot.
This is a par 4. However, if you get one bad drive or a kick, it really feels like it could be a par 5.
Yeah.
I think that's keeping her just barely off the fairway, so hopefully she'll be able to sneak out.
Sarah's scrambling. She manages to get it into circle 2, putting for par from there. That's well within Maria's range.
Chloe has a great little flick right up there into the bullseye area. And at this point, that's all we're trying to do is just get in there where you can just tap in that last little putt.
Sarah going big. Wow. Let's get that Ace Run Pro run back.
Her putt has been looking so good all week long. Mm-hmm. She has that nice high nose up putt that just drops it right in like she's shooting basketballs.
Exactly.
Maria's such a strong putter as well.
Alexis cleans up for her bogey. And Chloe with her par. Par feels good on this hole. So we have 3 pars and 1 bogey after hole 1.
Okay, we're to hole number 2. It's a par 3, 390 feet. You pretty much want to go straight off this tee as far as possible and then let that disc fade to the left just a little bit at the end. It takes a good drive to get across that creek, and then you have 155 feet up there to the basket. Sarah's throwing her vanish here. She's wanting that to come back and give herself a nice clean up shot.
Maria's flipping up her disc. It might have flipped up a little too much. It makes its way through some of the trees. She might have a good look. Chloe's follows a similar line. She's closer to the edge of the fairway.
Yeah, it just really depends on which way that tree's going to kick you. Mm-hmm. You know, you want to go as far straight as possible and then just hope that you miss most of those trees, and if not, it just tries to keep you near the edge, because if you can stay near the edge, you're going to have a good approach to try to save par.
Mm-hmm. And Alexis does it well. She is right at the edge of circle 2.
I think she hit a little bit of that tree coming on her backswing. Sarah has another long look at birdie here. And she'll be right there to tap in the par.
Alexis with a long putt. And she'll do the same. Chloe looks like she'll also be tapping in for par.
Great save there by Maria. Pars on most of these holes is a win. There's not a lot of OB on this course, but you are punished in other ways on almost every hole.
I agree, for sure. This is a tough course to scramble on. This hole plays a little long for FPO, so it's most likely just a pitch up from edge of circle 2 to get your par. Not too much scoring difference. Everyone gets their par here, and we're moving on. This is hole 3. It's a par 4, 594 feet. The first shot is going to be a left to right kind of turnover or flex shot. You aren't trying to land right around here. And then your second shot is more of a hyzer line. Try to skip it into the green. And hopefully you can get your birdie 3.
I feel like the second shot of this hole is almost harder than the first shot. Neither are very simple, but this is pretty protected by a lot of skinny trees that are just right in the way to sneak it up to the basket.
Sarah gets good placement on her drive for that second shot that Jen is talking about.
Maria has great angle if that just holds it all the way and keeps her in the middle.
Chloe here is opting for the forehand line. She'll be pinched off the fairway to the right.
Alexis sneaks right there. Hopefully she'll have a clean throw. She's just barely off the fairway.
And that's what Jen is talking about. Even if you have a good drive and you're still effectively off the fairway, it makes this course tough.
That's a great punch out. Hopefully she can sneak past. Yeah, there's so many guardian trees. She had a lot of power on that. If she could have snuck by, she'd have been at the basket. Sarah gets the nose up on that one just a little bit, and so it is not going to hold the line she wanted to.
Maria in the best position.
And it looks like she's making it all the way past most of those trees, and she's going to have a good look for that birdie.
Chloe is still scrambling. She is trying to make her way to give herself a putt.
Edge of that tree really isn't too bad. It's kind of a scary downhill putt, but it's definitely a look to save. And that's going to be just outside circle 1.
Sarah is throwing her third shot here. She's trying to get up into the pin. Looks like about right around 100 to 125 for her approach. That looks good.
Chloe's going to give it a run, and it stays right there.
Alexis with the long putt for par. Let's get that run back.
Had just the perfect height and angle.
I love it. That's a lot of power. She didn't even jump putt. Maria not quite getting her putt for birdie. She'll take the par.
Chloe cleans up and gets the bogey on this hole. And Sarah walks away with a par.
We're still warming up here, trying to find our first birdie. This course doesn't give them easy, so let's see if we can get hole 4.
I got to imagine just laying up for a smart par with the Sinus.
I think he's going to give it a cheeky run.
Wow, if he throws this in.
Oh! Are you kidding me? Wow, unbelievable from Nico LaCastro. OTP nominated. Wow, look at the lift, Sexton. No way.
Only on the Disc Golf Network.
Too short there for Bradley.
Live disc golf. Guys, I'm telling you, that's where it's at.
All right, hole 4, we have a shorter reachable hole. It's 327 feet. It's a par 3. We want to get a nice straight shot to get as far up this fairway as possible before your disc goes over here to the left. Heavily guarded, like most every hole out here. Few little trees. If you can get the nice glide to this disc, it usually will stick right there by the basket for a look at birdie. Sarah throws a relay here, and there's not too many of these tees that she tries a backhand at. This is one of them. I did have a little birdie tell me today she is not going to try the backhand tomorrow.
It's a small gap to hit. You have to really commit to your line. Maria does just that, and it's skipping around. It should land in circle 2.
Alexis has a good backhand here as well. Gets her probably a favorable kick there to the left towards the basket because that looked like it was going to hold on straight.
Chloe's is also a little wide right. We'll see where that ends up.
That's about all Sarah had there. I mean, we were just trying to punch out to past that last line of trees to give her a look to save par. Alexis with just a good soft approach. Pars are good on this course, so if you're not right there for the birdie, you're just wanting to put it underneath the basket.
Chloe does the same. And now we have Sarah putting.
And she is going around a lot of stuff. Give it a really good try there. Let's go. Maria throws it in for the 2.
She said, I got this one. Missed the first one, got the second one. And everyone else is tapping out. We have Alexis for par, Chloe for par and Sarah for bogey. This is hole 5. It's a par 3, 363 feet. This is our RecTech CTP hole. It's a very narrow fairway. You need to either throw something on a flip up or a flex line if you want to try to get a little tricky with it. It's a long shot with the gap you're trying to hit. So let's see what they can do.
Maria flips that up nicely, penetrates through most of those trees. She's going to probably still be about circles two's edge.
Alexis throws a great shot. It's going straight and looks like it's fading right into circle 2 near it.
They're all hitting this gap wonderfully. That makes it look easy. This hole is very difficult to hit.
Yeah, definitely putting on a show here. That gets a nice little tree love to keep it pushing forward.
I feel like on this hole we can really use the ground to get a good skip and keep us up toward the basket versus going away, which is usually what most holes leave us for. Maria just pitches up there to tap out for par. And Alexis does the same. Again, pars are great.
Yes.
Chloe's going to have a good look for birdie, though.
Yeah, this one's a little of a death putt with the downhill behind. She keeps it low. And with the tree kicks I've seen on this one, everyone getting their par on this hole is a good score. And you can see the CTPs right near the basket. One of those people are going to get a grill.
Yeah, those people win a nice grill. $800 in value that is shipped to them.
Wow. Thanks, RecTech.
Those awesome commercials always give me goosebumps. We're here to hole number 6. It's another par 3, 366 feet up the hill. Again, you want to go as straight as possible. Some people, if you have the distance, we want to get this to curve, skip, miss a few trees. Basket's over here on the left side. If you don't have the distance to get all the way up there, you're just going to want to throw straight and stay right there in the middle where it's safe. Maria holds it a little too tight, kind of early release. Hopefully the kick isn't too bad. Alexis is throwing her passion. And looks like she's going to stay mostly in the fairway. Chloe let that go a little late, started left right off the tee. Hopefully it can kick a little bit to the left side. There's 2 ways to get to this hole.
Sarah turns it over, and she'll be in a part of the fairway that she should have at least a look to the basket.
When you're back that far, it's just try how far forward can I get on this next shot.
Exactly. So Maria's throwing 3 here.
And that's putting her nicely inside circle 1. So Alexis had a nice clean upshot, but this is a pretty long par 3.
She breaks it down. That's a good hole to break down into a 3.
I think most of the women can throw this distance, but the uphill elevation on the hole definitely makes it play longer than 366 feet.
Agreed. She keeps it to a bogey after the errant tee shot.
Whew, snuck it in. It counts. And Sarah and Alexis clean up their pars, and we're moving on to hole number 7.
This hole played as the 3rd most difficult hole, and we had no birdies on it. This is hole 7. It's a par 4, 624 feet. The first shot you want to keep high and let it fade to the left. And then on your second shot, it's another high shot. This is a valley, so if you keep it high, you can end up on the green. It's about 2 full shots, I'd say, to get to your birdie.
Easily.
Yeah.
And that's if you miss all those trees.
Exactly.
There's definitely a landing zone that has to be hit here. Alexis is going off the tee with her passion again. I think it's one of her favorite discs.
Yeah, that's the Glidey 8-speed. Perfect.
Yeah, and that's where you want to be for that second shot. This is another backhand hole for Sarah. One of 2, I believe, that she says she throws, and that is a trace. Gets a little offside there. Hopefully she can find a clear way back to that open landing zone.
Maria's might be a little pinched on the left.
Chloe has a lot of power, gets that high line, and it just where it lands up. Sometimes you can get it a little too high and it'll get onto that left side and you have nothing. So angle and disc selection is very important here. Maria doesn't have much out there, so she's just going to try to roll it to that area we keep talking about. Now she's going to try either, you can kind of throw a nice hard powerful stable disc and crank it on that left side and let it dump just like she did. That's about the best you can do there. That was a great shot.
Wow, that was definitely good scrambling right there.
She's actually going to get down past that landing zone. She tried to go as far as possible, and she's probably going to have a look. And that's the landing zone. Alexis did hit it, so she's following that second shot of Maria's, or third shot, I should say, and then trying to get up there. What, circle 2 maybe?
Yes. Big uphill putt. Chloe keeps it high. It grabs some of the leaves and she falls down towards the edge of circle 2.
It just seems like if you hit one tree, you're going to hit 3 on every hole. Like landing zones and staying in the middle is so crucial on this entire course.
Chloe pitches up. Here we have Sarah putting for par from circle 2. This one is for birdie.
I think she's going to be happy with that par, though.
Yeah.
Nothing like a tap in on this hole. Oh, Maria. You hate to see a miss after such an incredible shot to save it.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate one there.
And they both tap out simultaneously for their bogey.
No birdies on this hole, although we had one look.
All right, we're on hole number 8. This is a tough par 5, 645 feet. You're gonna wind your way around here. That first little shot, you wanna go down the hill, try to land in this area. Then you have about 300 more feet of trees you have to navigate through to get up there. If you can stay clean, this is an easy birdie. The distance isn't that far, but to stay clean is what the difficult part is on this hole.
And there have been eagles on this hole, so hopefully we can see one here. And that was a great spot to land in. Chloe throws a forehand.
May have had a little too much power on it, so that's going to get her just on that offside on the left. This corner is very tight, so you need a tight line. Sarah keeps it a little closer. Again, might have went a little too far, but hers looks like it may, yeah, it comes back in just a little bit better. A forehand on this hole really plays well.
Yes, it does.
Maria's trying to turn this over. Looks like she hit the line, but that's not all it takes. You still have to be clean where it lands. I think if they took off just a few trees on this hole, we would never miss them.
Sarah's trying to get up and around towards the left side of the fairway. She put some good turn on it, and it's leaking to the right side of the fairway.
She's usually good about staying close to the edge, though. Very rarely does Sarah get too far off the fairway here.
Mm-hmm.
Maria punches out pretty clean, almost maybe too clean. I don't think she meant to go that far to the right.
Interesting. Alexis going on the left side fairway. It cuts off some distance, and she's got a good shot to get up there for her birdie.
I think sometimes when you throw that hyzer flip up along the left side, it does tend to carry most of the way, where if you go the right side hyzer, it seems like there's a few more trees that kind of kick and block and a little defense for the basket.
I know from personal experience.
Maria has a nice approach. as does Sarah.
Same for Chloe.
Alexis gives this a soft bid, but we're all just happy with a little tap out on this last one. I think getting through this hole is like a big sigh. Maria gets her birdie and walks on. So one shot off the fairway, you can still save birdie on this hole, but again, it just really depends where you get that kick. They did a great job on saving the birdie here.
And we got a star frame.
That's incredible.
Love to see it on this course. This is hole 9. It's a par 4, 510 feet. Once you get through this drive, there is a lot of trees on the second shot. You're hoping to either navigate through a straighter fairway or the more hyzer or left to right shot.
Any way you can get there.
Yes. Traditionally on the drive, we're going to see most everyone taking this right side fairway. There's a little work road that you're trying to throw over, and if you can get past the road, that's how you know you'll have a cleaner shot for your second shot. Chloe gets well past that.
Yeah, a little long on that right side. It's really hard to keep it right in the fairway. You cut it off short, you're going to be in that grouping in the middle. That's a kickoff on the left side for Sarah. But it's just if where it lands, you got a clean shot. I've been in a couple bad spots, and I still was able to get up towards the basket. So distance on the first shot really isn't as important as where you are to have a clean shot for the second one.
That's a good analysis. I agree with that. Sarah is short off the tee, but if she can stay on the fairway for her second shot, oh wow, she gets all the way into circle 2. So that's a great scramble shot. A little low. She also gets towards the edge of circle 1, maybe in circle 2.
This course requires almost every shot to scramble. I think the forehand definitely helps when you are off the fairway, but it really does take every shot out here.
A little bit early release on that forehand, but it kicks back to the middle.
Sarah gives it a big bid.
Chloe also doing the same. Rolls a little bit.
That's a nicer look at it. She's so close.
A lot of chains, but a little too right.
I think a lot of these greens kind of sucker you in because there's not a lot of elevation. You know, a lot of the courses we play, there's a lot more death putts, but we get suckered in with these big jump putts, and sometimes they kind of sneak away on us.
Yeah, you got to be confident in your circle 1 putting if you're going to be going for it.
Maria was able to get her birdie. And Sarah's going to walk away with a par.
Same for Alexis. That's a great birdie by Maria. Birdie, birdie to finish the front 9.
Closing out the front 9, we have Sarah Hokom finishing overall at 1 down, Alexis at 2 under, Maria at 2 under, and Chloe at even.
Here's a look at our leaderboard. Looks like we have a hot round here with Kristen. Her current round score is 7 under. And a lot of people under par today, making moves in the second round. Thanks for joining us here on the front 9 of round 2 of the PDGA Champions Cup presented by Bushnell. We've enjoyed having y'all here, and we'll see you on the back 9.
Thank you for all the supporters. Make sure you like and subscribe and help them keep us out here on the course and keep you watching what we do.